Happy 2024. It is literally January 1st, 2024. And my first intention and goal is to vlog and YouTube more because I definitely took a couple months off there. That Black Friday coming up to Christmas season, especially as a business owner now, is incredibly hectic, and we're still a very small team, so we're quite hands-on, and I couldn't manage it all on top of, you know, family life, work life, my own personal work life. It was a little hectic, and YouTube definitely took a back seat. So now that things have calmed a little bit, I've had time to refresh. We're gonna get back on the YouTube train because I miss it. I keep getting messages that some of you guys miss it, hopefully. Hopefully this isn't for nothing. If it is, I'm still happy doing it. I thought I would start off our first vlog of 2024 with a little Airwrap hack blow dry, how I do it a little bit quicker because I have my niece's birthday party today. First off is products. This kind of depends on my wash cycle. I wash my hair only once a week. I have been for the last year. The first product I'm gonna use is the JVN Blowout Styling Milk. It is very well loved. I have about a quarter left. And I'm just gonna put this through the mid-lengths and ends of my hair. Every time I wash my hair, once a week, right before I wash it, I always use the rosemary oil. Buy mine off Amazon. It's just the one that's like mixed and healthy for your hair to use, and I've now been using it for a full year. Definitely worth the hype. So good. Like, I obviously put blonde in my hair, and my hair's never been healthier, thicker, and in better quality. Second thing I'm gonna use is this Wow Extra Large Bombshell Volumizer. It's kind of like a mousse. So good again. The only reason I said these are the products I use sometimes because I still use K18, but because I think they recommend using it 8 times in a row, something like that, like every time you wash your hair, 8 times. And I'm definitely past that. So I only use it like once a month now, and more targeted around when I do get my hair done. I'll put it in freshly after I wash it the first time after getting my hair processed, and then I'm happy with that. And then I have some other products that I would use on the off chance, but these ones are definitely my go-to. And this one's amazing for volume, especially if you're using it from damp hair. If you're revamping your hair from dry, like second, third day hair, the Color Wow Raise the Root would be the volume alternative. Okay, lastly, a little bit of heat protectant. This is Charles Worthington. Nothing to write home about, if I'm being totally honest. Like, it's good. It's a little heavy on the scent, very perfumey. I haven't worn extensions for a year and a half now. I had like the micro tape-in ones, and I loved them, but I was like, no, I'm gonna do a full year minimum of no extensions, because if you're a long-time follower, you know I've worn extensions since I was like 15. Clip-ins, micro beads, micro tape-ins, mostly clip-ins though, for over 15 years of my life, which is crazy. So I was like, no, I need to take a decent break. And I think that was also aiding my hair health journey this past year and a half it turned out to be. But I did cut my hair last year, loved it, it was great. I had my short hair moment, and now we're at like the awkward hair moment. So I'm going in a couple weeks to get the tape-ins again, the micro tape-ins, and they're like the most safe and effective hair extension method. Definitely research where you go and make sure that hair health is the top priority for your hair extension specialist. That should always be a priority, like no matter where you go. Okay, I've been talking for 5 minutes, so you know this is gonna be a long vlog, which I feel like has been feedback over the last couple of months is like longer vlogs. So rather than that 15-20 minutes, it could be even longer. Let me know in the comments if you prefer a longer vlog. So I'm gonna start off with a rough dry. So I'll just fast forward this part, but I'm just rough drying my hair and making sure it's really in the back that gets dried out. Now that my hair is pretty much dry, I'd say like 90% dry, it's a little damp feeling, this is the little hack. So I'm gonna take the top section of my hair, couple inches thick right here, and this is the part we're gonna work with the Airwrap. Everything else we're not, but we're still gonna get that bouncy blowout effect. And then with the rest of my hair, clip it behind and out of the way so it doesn't get caught. Okay, I feel like I need to rest my arms. I did Pilates before this, and this is a workout in itself, just doing your hair. So I have the larger Airwrap attachment, and then I do have the 3 little rollers that I'm going to use along with the clips to keep them in place. You do not need rollers. You can just use bobby pins or just the clips themselves. I actually find when I'm doing a full head of Airwrap kind of wave curls and pinning them that I have used rollers before, and I think it's more like aesthetic because I find, maybe it's the rollers I have because they are cheap, stick to my hair, and I feel like sometimes it makes it look frizzier or like staticky. So sometimes I've used bobby pins or just the clips themselves, and I prefer the outcome, which is pretty much the same outcome, less frizz. It's a better outcome. But for a little bit of volume, I will say the rollers help with that because they're obviously keeping the hair exactly in place. With that being said, we are going to do this little top mohawk section in 3 parts, and I'm gonna start with the back section. I feel like everyone's pretty much an expert on the Airwrap now, but if you're not, if you're new to this, if you got it for Christmas, you need to use it on pretty much dry hair, like 85% dry or more. It is not meant to be used, like this section at least, on wet hair. It would A, take you ages, and B, it's not necessary. Also, another reminder, the Airwrap is not to give you perfect curls. I think that's another misconception. It's to give you a healthy, less heat blowout. So that's volume and movement. That doesn't necessarily mean a perfect curl. So whenever you see a lot of people complaining that their hair fell, the volume didn't, the movement didn't, but the curl did, because it's not meant to give you a curl. Another thing, products, there's a couple things. Fast forward this part if you're like, yeah, I already know. Products make a big difference. Also hair type, hair length, hair texture, cut, all makes a difference. So if you're watching a girl with amazing layers and hair that has been processed, it normally tends to stay in the style a little bit better, and you have never been touched, brown, glossy, one length hair, you're not gonna get the same results. I'll just say it right there. Like, even if you used like a straightener, I'm pretty sure you're used to your hair falling out a little bit more. Sometimes processed hair, that means hair that's been dyed, stays in styles a little bit more because it's a bit more dead, if that makes sense. And also if you have layers, because you have the different lengths of hair, you're gonna get that movement, so it's gonna give you a more dramatic finish. If your hair is all one length, it tends to just kind of fall because the volume's very heavy at the bottom. So hopefully that makes a little bit of sense. I have front framing layers, and then it's pretty much all the same length in the back, but I just want movement and volume. So enough of me rambling. Let's do this first back section. Okay, that is a very intense curl. Make sure to always use that cold shot as well so that the volume and hair stays in place. I'm just smoothing out that piece and crouching over so you can see what I'm doing, so that the hair can stay as smooth as possible. And then once it's nice and smooth, start at the very ends and come down, rolling it nice and tight, and then take a little clip if necessary, not always necessary, and clip in place. And that is number 1. So we're gonna do 2 more, and that is the top section done and the Airwrap done. The only difference with my front piece, these are grown out curtain bangs. Because they're still not the full length of the rest of my hair, I'm gonna go forwards just for a little variation, so it's not so much going backwards, but that's totally up to you depending on your hair length. When pinning that front one, you want it to be on your head a little bit more so it lays nicer. If you push it back, then it's gonna be almost like a cowlick effect. Again, if your hair is longer, you can get away with it, but if it's shorter, maybe just push it front a little bit. We are going to be using the Dyson Corral. Any straightener will do. The reason I like this one is because the plates are wider, and so I find that the flip and curl it gives is a little bit thicker rather than like a smaller, thinner straightener. It can take longer and it just doesn't have the same flip control, if that makes sense. But any straightener will do. You just have to kind of go off of what you have. I'm gonna quickly blast the rest of my hair to make sure it's super dry, because we don't want moisture at all, unlike we did for a little bit on the top of the Airwrap there. So I'll be back in 2 seconds. I can zoom you in a little bit because we're done with the top section. All I'm gonna do, and again, this depends on your hair length, thickness, texture, I'm just gonna create 2 sections. So literally 1, 2, and then just clip 1 section out of the way. Meantime, while I'm talking to you, hopefully not over talking, I'm gonna turn on the corral. So we have 1 section of hair here. I could probably do with cutting this section in half, to be honest, just because it's a little bit shorter than that bottom section. So I might just twist that top section and pin it over here for a second. Honestly, once you get the hang of it, because I'm talking, it obviously seems a little bit longer, as you guys know when you do it on your own. That's how fast the Dyson is to heat up. It becomes so quick. Like, genuinely, this is such a hack whenever it comes to like a bouncy blowout hairstyle. You're gonna take 1 to 2 inch thick pieces of hair, depending on how wide your straightener plates are. Straighten up the top a little bit. You're not putting too much heat there. You're wanting it more at the mid lengths and ends, and really flipping over the ends for something like that. So I'm not curling the entire piece or strand of hair. It's mostly flipping in and out. So again, with this one, halfway through, I'm gonna flip inwards, and we're getting some movement there, bouncy movement. Do not have to be perfect with this, because it's supposed to mimic a blowout where it's just fun and flippy, and nothing is like a perfect curl. Literally, this bottom section will be like 3 or 4 pieces to do, and then keep most of the heat on the bottom ends of the hair. And that is it done. Now I can move on to the top section. Even with talking to you, it takes no time at all. I wish I had a mirror in front of me, so I'm making sure I'm actually getting all my hair. But genuinely, it is such a hack if you just don't have the time to do an Airwrap everywhere. Obviously, this does put more heat on your hair, so if you want less, the Airwrap's gonna give you less. That's why you would use the Airwrap everywhere else, for less heat. But sometimes time is not our friend, and the straightener is. So this is such a handy little hack. You can go different ways, but I'm just gonna go all under because I have some slight layers in the front. They're gonna do their own thing anyways. Also, having those 3 curlers at the top using the Airwrap gives ultimate volume right at the top of our head where we want it. We don't want it at the sides, we want it here and then flipping out. And you can already see with the flips, the volume is thicker there anyway, so we need some at the height there. That literally took no time at all, and I was talking. I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side, and the best part is, as we're doing this, it probably takes 5 to 10 minutes depending on hair length and thickness. The top section will be set, and you're done. So you could do this entire like fancy looking blowout in 15 minutes, maybe 20 if you're starting from like ultimate scratch wet hair. So that is the full bottom layer done, curled in, and honestly, such a great hack. Now I'm gonna take out the top little pieces. They have set, they've had their time. You're just gonna pull them out. Try and be as gentle as possible, but you're gonna see obviously the volume is there. This one always looks funny for like the first 10 minutes and then it dies down a little bit, so just hold on. Okay, perfect timing because Patty is just back now, but you can't tell me that this doesn't look like I used an Airwrap all around my head. And the volume on top is so good. My hair still feels so soft, so healthy. The front will chill, don't worry. It won't be like as swoopy in the front. It will look a little bit more soft, but this is my little like Airwrap hack without having to Airwrap my entire hair, pin it, set, wait all that time. Although I do only wash my hair once a week, I'm okay with putting a little extra time into my hair process. But because we're on a little bit of a quicker schedule today, this is it. So hopefully that was helpful and you got some tips from it. We're gonna go to a little 7-year-old's birthday party and then I'll catch up with you after. So it's been a good 20 minutes now and you can see the volume and flip is still there. Absolutely love it. This is the outfit for today. I just got this jumper. It's so soft from OYSHO, O-Y-S-H-O. You can see all the clothes here, dresses and bathing suit. Trying to get ready for when we go to Florida in February. And then these are my mango mom jeans, and I got these little silver ballet flats on Vinted. So very chill, party, cozy mom outfit. Oh, everyone just fell out.
Oh, biscuits.
What is it that you're holding? Oh no, you're gonna break it. Lego can break. What is it? Is it an airplane?
No.
What is it?
A helicopter.
A helicopter, and where's the guy that drives it? The pilot.
This.
That one?
And watch it. Watch the helicopter.
Okay, I'm watching.
Watch.
So you're putting him in the cockpit?
Yep.
Okay.
That's a seat.
It's his seat. And then...
You can fly.
And what sound does the helicopter make?
I don't know.
Does it go like... Okay.
Watch it.
Okay, I'm watching. Wow. I'm being such a good vlogger.
Hello!
Remembering to vlog. See?
Come to that one.
See? Everyone does exist. Oh. Jess, say hi.
Hi, avocados.
Patty. I love what people say whenever you put a camera in their face. The most random things. What did we have today? Really good Indian food.
It was gorgeous.
Oh, it was really nice.
What was it called? From?
Fab kebab.
Fab Kebab. Coleraine. Avocados. Hi everyone.
Hi.
Hi.
Hiya.
Love you.
Love you.
Good morning. It is January 2nd at 8 in the morning and it's pitch black out. I'm trying to catch the microwave before it goes off because Patty didn't have a great start to the day. Bless him, I think he got food poisoning from our Indian takeaway last night, which no one else did, so maybe it wasn't from the food, but we're letting him sleep in. Oscar's watching Madagascar with me and Olive's still sleeping. And I'm just making some breakfast, which is ready break. I woke up with like 2 random bumps on my face that are like soft, and I'm like, are those spider bites? Anyways, I have a couple DIY things planned for the house, and we're changing around Olive's room to our old master bedroom with the master bathroom. It's literally the same size as our room now, but there's a bathroom and she really wants her own bathroom. And it will be across from Oscar. So they're gonna be at the end of the hallway, and then I'm gonna move Patty's current situation of an office that was the old playroom, which is the smallest room in the house, to her old bedroom, which is bigger and closer to like the main area of the house. So we're doing a couple swap arounds today. Well, I'm gonna hopefully let Patty rest as much as possible because he is not doing so well, but we're gonna start with breakfast also. Day 2 there. So good. Okay, I am just admitting defeat today with getting ready of any sorts. I put a little bit of lip liner and lip oil on because my lips were dry. But today's task is Olive's bedroom, which is just crazy. It's definitely a mess. We're getting rid of this situation because Oscar for one night wanted a sleepover, and that was 10 months ago. So now he's back in his original room and she's getting the back room. So this whole set is going. So I'm just gonna try and like take everything out into the hallway and declutter as much as I can in here so that we can at least paint this room, because I don't know if Patty wants a pinky peach room office. I'm gonna say no. So that's the plan today. Nana has the kids for a couple of hours so I can get it done without distraction, and Patty can rest because, bless him, he's not feeling so good. Okay, this is where I am. She had this unit and that unit for all of her stuff. So we're gonna keep that unit, and I've switched over her stuff to this one so she gets an extra drawer and they're wider and there's so much more space, but I'm gonna change the knob color because it's just a little boring for a little girl's room. So I'm gonna paint it whatever color she wants. Maybe she can help me. But we're getting there. There's just so much junk everywhere, and this was like totally drilled into the wall, so I think I'm gonna keep that there for Patty's office. Yeah, hopefully this is cleared out for today, and then I can paint tomorrow and then move everything in for the office the following day. Just look a little messy in the hallway for the week, but it will be worth it by the end of the week. The kids are home. They're not like totally eating, so I feel like everyone is potentially sick in this house. So they're just watching a movie with Patty, having chill time. And the room is pretty much clear except for that like one unit, the tall like cupboard one that I don't want to ask Patty to help me move just because it's not worth it. I can move it to like the middle of the room and start painting at least. I have a can of the Farrow & Ball Schoolhouse White, but it's in our kitchen and I think we'll probably paint this room as well at some point. So I'm just gonna get another can of it because I feel like it's just good to have on hand. And I need to get a roller. Like I'm gonna paint the ceiling and the walls all the same color because if you want something to look like taller and it's not a super tall room, you paint the ceiling the same color as the walls. That's what I've heard. If it's a light color, not a dark color, obviously. Okay, this is the look, super casual. I'm still so impressed with this hair. Like it's bouncy. This jumper, like Sherpa jumper, is so old. Like I would say 6 years old from Urban Outfitters, and I got it like for like 30 quid or something, like super cheap. So I'm sorry, but there's lots of different styles out there that are similar. This is the Uniqlo bag. I have it in 2 colors and I love it. And then these jeans are old Zara. And then, is that how people show shoes now? The platform Tasman fluffy Uggs that Patty hunted down on Vinted for Christmas for me because they're sold out everywhere. He's an angel. Right, let's go shopping. I have got the goods. Ooh, I am sitting on this like super small mattress that we're gonna keep for like sleepovers and whatnot because the kids are sharing a room. Well, not sharing a room, they're in opposite rooms, and the room that Olive is moving into was the guest room for like the one guest we get a year, which is my parents. So we're just keeping the tiny mattress to like pop into one of like Oscar's room, so Olive can sleep in there so someone, if they are coming to visit, can still have that room because it has an ensuite in it and it's just a little bit more private. So we'll slide that under our bed because it fits, I know that. Right, okay, so the color is like not totally accurate in this, but I think this was the office whenever we first bought the house. It was pastors that owned the house, and it's a whole bunch of pot lights. So we need to like actually, you know, redo all of them because literally only 2 out of 6, no, 7, 8, 2 out of 8 work at the moment, and they're right there. So I'm using natural light, which is slowly fading on me. So I'm gonna do as much as I can before it totally goes. And then hopefully I can finish it up tomorrow. So then at least this room is done and dusted and I can start making it the office, which clears up another room to just put things out of the hallway. So it's out of my face at least. But yeah, nothing exciting. I'll put it on time lapse for a bit, but like, again, I'm not a pro painter by any means. I do have my Tim Hortons half coffee, half French vanilla with me for a little bit of fuel, so cheers. Okay, first layer is complete. It's in the drying process right now. Pretty sure I did a good 3/4 of this in a dark room with mostly just those 2 pot lights, and then Patty brought this in later, which was definitely helpful, but painting the ceiling makes such a difference. Anyways, this is gonna dye and my arms and back are killing me, so I'll leave it here for today and I'll see you guys in the morning. Good morning, everybody. I have just finished the second coat in this room, ceiling, everything. I'm shaking because I've only had coffee and that was about an hour of like an intense arm workout. Nan and Papa have taken the kids for a couple of hours because Patty and I are gonna run down to Belfast to pick up a storage unit that we've known we wanted for a while but didn't have the space because this was the room we were changing. Couple things and then come back up, set it up, and then hopefully I can do a reveal tomorrow because I feel like it will just be a lot of building stuff and transferring things in. Oh, I'm out of breath. Had a good night's sleep. Thought I would show you 3rd day hair from my blowout. So good. Don't need to touch it up at all, and I feel like I don't need dry shampoo just yet. I think I can get away till 4th day hair for dry shampoo. But that was about, I'd say, a can and 3/4 worth. I feel like painters are a lot more efficient with paint, but I just was like slapping it on. I'm really happy I had to do the baseboards as well because I had painted Olive's room all the way to the baseboards, but that's fine. I'm happy with that. So we're going to IKEA. I need to get dressed. All right, quick OOTD. I have my fluffy Uggs on, and then I got this really cute Tommy Hilfiger overalls from Vinted for like 25 pounds. My Uniqlo bag, and then this is a coat I got I think a year and a half ago from a local brand. I don't know if it exists anymore, but it's just like a Sherpa and like suede mix. And then we have Patty over here. Feeling better today?
Feeling slightly better.
What's your OOTD? My camera's gonna die. I can't even bring it to Belfast.
This is from a charity shop. These are probably from a charity shop. This is Worthington.
Forthark.
Oh,
And
and
your
my
new
size.
Balance. Christmas presents. All right, my camera's gonna die, but I'll try and vlog until it does. Oh gosh. Okay, mission accomplished.
Just about.
Just about. We definitely would not have been able to fit all that with the kids in the back. But we got everything we needed for the office, for anything else in the house. Even got an armrest. I'm tight for space, but Patty's good. Isn't that an IKEA trip?
Tight for space.
Tight for space. Somehow it's become more chaotic in the hallway because we've fully removed every single piece from Olive's old room. But it is fully painted, and Patty made up the big unit from IKEA today. Let me get over here. That's also IKEA. Only 30 pounds with friends and family card. So we are starting to organize the product we do. Oh no, did it fall? The lip liners are so finicky. Organize the product we do have at home, but obviously everything is held at the warehouse. This is IKEA.
Dad, I just brushed my teeth.
Hi. And then over here will be like a chill like coffee corner, and then his desk is gonna go here because he obviously needs outlets for
And then we'll brush your teeth.
his laptop and everything, but I'm gonna show you the rest tomorrow because I need to charge this. Okay, the last clip to this vlog, the phone or the camera's literally plugged in because we thought we charged it overnight and we did not. Anyways, I'm gonna do like a soft launch for this office reveal because there is still things to do, but I'm not gonna be able to fit it in this vlog, and I've vowed to video more in 2024, so you'll see the updates when the updates happen. But first off, the paint we already know, Fair and Ball, Schoolhouse White on the ceilings and the walls, and I love it. Obviously right now you're getting the reflection of outside, which is a lot of green, and here, and we're using artificial light because it's 4 o'clock and the light is gone. Most things, if not everything, is from IKEA except for little things I already had. This mirror, only 30 pounds. It's amazing. It's so big and it really reflects the light because we didn't have any light source here. So it's reflecting both of those, like the window and the light over there here. So it kind of mimics what a lamp would do. We also still need to change all the pot lights. Correct me if I'm wrong, North Americans, we call them pot lights, but Patty calls them spotlights, and he thinks I'm making it up, but I swear my parents call them pot lights. Okay, how long will this lead let me go? This unit is IKEA, obviously it's the biggest one, and it's actually surprisingly really quick to put together. This took triple the time because it's drawers. It's not filled yet, still need to organize that. The whole bottom here, that level, I'm gonna put those wicker baskets I also had from IKEA originally. And we did our best with organizing products that we have and whatnot. These are old Pearl pictures. Hi, Erica. And over here, this is an old IKEA desk that I kind of DIY'd some rattan bits from Amazon. I just literally like pasted it on to give it a little bit more texture. The chair is new. It's a brown leather, even though it looks black on camera. But Patty needs it for his back and he's the one working in here, so he picked it out and he loves it. He also picked this out at IKEA yesterday, which I like because it kind of ties that in to lift his laptop so he's not like crouched over as much. And then I saw this and I thought it was class because then he's not putting like drinks on here and leaving wet marks. And he thought it was silly and I got it anyways, and he's like, I probably will use it a lot. So we just know. Okay, I'm gonna zoom because the cord not letting me reach that far, but this lamp is so good. I think it was under 30 pounds. It's like a fabric cover, but it has such a nice glow to it and it really lights up the room. Like we only had this on yesterday when building things and it was so good. So highly recommend if you have that at your IKEA. Something we're gonna change about this area here. I hate how low the curtains are. We're gonna lift them higher so it just heightens the room a little bit. So that will change. We're gonna keep that there because like it was mounted to the wall from this being Olive's room and it was his mom's and we got it from her, which is really lovely. And I like it. It's like a soft sage olive color. Just need to obviously decorate it a little better. This is situational, but he always has coffees throughout the day, so I thought a nice little coffee corner would be good. This chair is so old. We had it in our very first house. It needs to be recovered because it's so, it's like falling apart, but it's holding together for right now. I can't even remember where that pillow's from. Ooh, Cohen & Co. Cohen, local IKEA. I made this just with like setting plaster. Nothing is over here at the moment, but we're gonna put some more storage units there. This is the situation of the office. It's bright, it's simple. Obviously there's a feminine touch to it because Patty is the CEO of a beauty brand. So naturally there's gonna be a feminine vibe slightly, but it's not overpowering and I still think it's just like peaceful in here and that's overall what he wanted. This is an old IKEA rug. It's pure wool and it's so heavy, but I think it just adds a little layer of texture and dimension. So if you can remember what it used to look like when it was Olive's room, I think we did pretty good progress in like 3 days. And then I'll update you when anything else changes. I hope you enjoyed our first vlog of 2024. You happy?
Yeah.
Do you think it's a girly office?
No. Well, it was pink before, so.
It was. I said, you're the CEO of a beauty brand. There's naturally gonna be a feminine touch to any office that you have. This is the longest vlog I think I've ever posted. Let me know if you like them this length or you want them a little choppier. But yeah, I'll be back next week. Hopefully I can get back to 2 times a week because I'm trying to focus on YouTube, especially in January, and taking a backseat on Instagram a little bit more because I miss YouTube. It's just more time consuming. So we'll see you in the next video.